Hello, everyone, and welcome to something different, something that I'm really excited to give a go in the new year. Not sure when this will actually go up. I'm assuming on the 31st. We're calling this on 30th at the moment. Um, However, I'm really excited to be starting an AEW Universe Mode. I haven't actually seen it done in sort of a format that I'm wanting to do. Mine's very much based off real life, so injured. Um, So injured superstars won't be competing until when I think they'll be fit. Obviously, there's some injuries that I don't really want to touch at the moment. So if we're gonna, I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna start with a calendar. So it's very good. We're starting in January because that's obviously what we're coming up. We're coming up to 2026. Um, so we've got weekly shows. I do need to get a logo for Collision. Actually, I do have one actually. Oh no, don't simulate to it. Customize it. So a participants, I'll get to that. Number match is 5. There obviously will be backstage segments and stuff into it. What was I going to do? Show details. I do actually do have an image, I think. Nope. I thought I got one. Apparently I did. I will sort that out. Not that it really matters because you won't be seeing anything really. Um, However, so we do have a weekly shows. This will be going up on this will be going up on every Wednesday and Saturday in line with Dynamite and Collision. So this will go up on the 7th of, no, the 6th. So when's the first Dynamite of the year? Because the next Dynamite's 31st. It will be the 7th, yeah. So, um, yeah, so first one was 7th, and then the following Saturday will be this Dynamite, obviously. Um, and then so we'll continue. We will have. I should have probably customized that. Here will be Grand Slam Australia. Luckily you can sort of have pay-per-views in even though Grand Slam Australia is not a pay-per-view. It's still a special show, so I will put it here just sort of in the place because if you look, you can delete this specific one or just add it on top of it, create new, etc. Which is a really good feature, which I'm glad I added. I think they mainly added it because of where WWE's scheduling works is really weird. With doing Saturday pay-per-views now. Um, we do have Revolution here. The logo seems a bit stretched, but everything I got off Community Creations. I'm not that creative myself, unfortunately. But here is Revolution, and that's 15th of March in real life. The annoying thing about there's not 365 days in a year on the in-game calendar. Um, so there's 28 days if you can look and count. It's 28 days in every month. So this will either fall. I'm not going to work out in game going off my schedule. Obviously, Sunday will be pay-per-views. Possibly going off my schedule. I'll either be before or after Revolution's actually happened. Hope it's before Revolution happens. So I can actually. I'm assuming it will be before. Because there's not as many days. It'll be before Revolution has happened, which might give me extra time to work on said pay-per-view to get it better because Revolution is AEW's most consistent pay-per-view. We do have Dynasty that's happening 12th of April, I believe, in Toronto. I think it's Toronto. I know it's in Canada, but it's not sure whether it's Toronto, I'd assume so. And also, oh, I didn't. Oh, I can't go past. Can I go back? Oh no, I can't go past then. But the other pay-per-views fall as planned. So we've got Double Nothing end of May, Forbidden Door end of June, all in London, which I will be going to. I'll tell you that now. End of August, and then All Out Wrestle Dream. Full Gear and Woodson will be happening on the Saturdays because, like I said, you can add a. If I were to edit, you can create new, add PLE, etc. So that's all done with. I'll tell you, look at what I've done for sort of championships. Go at it. So there's too many championships at the moment. I've sort of spaced them out where I think they should sort of be going. So we've got the AEW Men's World title. There's no brand split. I'll tell you that now. So there is the same amount of rosters on Dynamite and Collision. But the championships are just there, which I think they possibly work best. But they will be going over, sort of flip flopping. Like some will appear on Dynamite, some will be on Collision. So we've got. I really don't know what's happening in real life. This has been recorded before Dynamite, obviously, before the last Dynamite of the year. So, but when Moxley beat Okada at World's End, he was only given the Continental Championship. So Okada still has the other half of the Unified title, which I think I prefer. I did like the Unifying of them, but the fact that they've added so many titles since sort of takes away. I remember tag championships, obviously, FTR, and then Mercedes Moné or Willow. Once again, this is before Dynamite. I'm going to assume Mercedes is going to return. If she doesn't, that ruins a lot of plans for me. That ruins a lot of plans for me, as World's End has done already. I had a whole Revolution match card booked until World's End happened, and it completely changed everything. And so if I just go over to Collision, these I feel like also the reason I have Dynamite is on TBS, so that's why I have the TBS Championship on Dynamite. So if I go here, go to Championship, we do have the TNT, which is Matt Briscoe. Not really a world title. It definitely is a mid card title, but I had to put something in the world title slot. Obviously, John Miles' Continental Championship. The Babes of Wrath are Willow and Harley Cameron. The women's tag titles, there is actually no women's tag titles on Community Creations. So I just downloaded 2 sets of AEW's men's tag titles and just changed them because I don't think you really know. So it's pretty much the same design anyway. And the women's champion, Chris Statlander, but she will be featured more prominently on Dynamite, I imagine so. Do I go to? Is there a different way to say? I'm really new to like. It won't be on the superstars, no, because that's you have everything. Edit show. Oh, but on the edit shows, I imagine. Yeah. If I go to, it's just basically the same. So if I go to participants, we all want to custom superstars. So this is everyone. But you can see, I didn't want to use everyone. I used only really used people I plan on using in some way, shape, or form. Bryan Danielson is not an active competitor. It's sort of different to sort of injured superstars. Having like Bobby Lashley, he's out for an injury at the moment, and Christian Cage and Cole Pagom, they're actually active. Danielson hasn't wrestled in over a year at this point, so he's actually not on the roster, but he is there just in case. I plan on using it. He's listed on roster, but he's not active, so you could just have a quick look at who I've got here. One thing I will mention, I'll show you that more when we do have sort of beardless Juice Robinson there, but not actually. I guess current Juice Robinson, whereas the mix between the short hair with the beard, it was either the long hair with the beard or sort of the afro with the beard, or this version. But I use this version because I mean it looked really weird when he returned that all in. To be completely honest, I'm just sort of gonna roll through slowly. I'm not gonna list everyone, but just so you can sort of see who I plan on, I guess, using. So, regarding that, a pack, there's no pack on Community Creations, but there is a Neville, but I know I can change his names. I'm not sure whether I give him the singlet and short hair. I don't really want to ruin what's probably a decent car, because I'm not good at, because I might just give him the singlet. That's a real life image of him. I'm not sure whether that's actually how he looks in game, but I'll figure that out. But I will rename him to Pack. I do feel like I might be missing some people. Totally Honour's on communication, but Bishop Khan's not, so I don't really know what I'm going to do regarding the Gates of Agony and the Demand. And we've got Will Ospreay there, who's one of my favourites, but he's currently out. He had neck surgery middle of September, I believe it was. So yeah, he's gone. He's going to be gone for a bit. Hopefully returns in real life first. Like I said, I'm doing this sort of based off real life. So that will include Will Ospreay being out for at least the first probably half of the first half of 2026. And yeah, that's everyone. Should probably show you my tag teams now. Like I said, both of us are 65. Cover isn't a brand split. Maybe I'll do one eventually. But I've sort of based this off what's happened in real life, sort of ongoing stories, etc. But as the months progress, it will turn into sort of mine as I'm inevitably get everything wrong. But it's also a bit of fantasy booking as well. Tag teams. I did simulate. I made a mistake, and I did this with my 2K15 Universe Mode of setting everything up on Ben Simmons when I should have simmed because it did break up. It broke up as the open. But they're not really a tag team in AEW at the moment. But once again, I'll just scroll through there. There were none of the guns were on community creations. I don't think. Or I think there might have been, but I needed to buy DLC, and I don't really want to buy DLC right now. To be able to get like different parts, move sets. I think it is. I've got the conglomeration. I feel like I didn't want to put Willow in, and I don't have an Ishii car, so it's just those four for now. Roderick Strong isn't in the cong, cong, conglomeration, but he is really. As with Death Riders, no Marina Shafir because well, she was in a tag team with Megan Byrne. Um, that's just sort of how I have it for now. I really wish you could put more. I guess I could put the Mega Problem sort of as a what's the word? You can sort of connect sort of different stables. The demand I've already mentioned is just Ricochet and Totally on it. The Don Callis family is just these are what I feel like have five main members at the moment. Takeshi's not been kicked out yet. Um, but I was a Cal Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada, and Takeshi. I feel like Josh Alexander and have sort of the main memories. I could actually do a different Don Claire's family sort of under that, which would probably consist of Lance Archer, who else? Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, and Mark Davis, and potentially Andrade if he's there. I feel like I'm missing someone. Wardlow's injured at the moment, unfortunately. He got injured right after he came back. We've got FTR tag champs. Once again, I'm just going to scroll through, but I'm not sure if Ashley Andrade is in this game, so I might have to get a call if I ever bring him in. I don't know yet. I like how Powerhouse Hobbs takes up the whole screen here. I do really want to. I think is that Oliver? That's Oliver's second women's tag team that I have. Oh no, we have Triangle Madness as well. And then the Bucks. The Bucks. Matt Jackson did actually form a team with Mark Davis, which was very weird. And I think Athena and Marina Shafir also made. So is that everything? Rivalries we don't have. You can see sort of past rivalries here, and generally no championship changed hands like ever. Throughout this coverage, didn't book championship rivalries by looks of things. Can't really think of any that would have been for the titles. I'll give it that's Matt Davis and Nick Jackson. I still get mixed up now. Bandito Matt Bailey sounds like an incredible match. I guess I'll show you what's going on Dynamite. I won't be showing you segments. So I'm telling you what's going on. I just making sure the options that come intergender wrestling. Didn't mean to do that. On, I guess. Off. No, should I put injuries on? I will be doing this sort of like I'll do sort of this because there's no money in bank. Um, and may put injuries on because you can never really uh, predict injuries. Obviously, injuries happen real life. I'm sort of making this sort of a realistic kind of thing. Uh, Hang on now. So once again, it's moved sort of things around, but I'll tell you what order they're going to be in. So this will open the show. John Moxley has sort of gone in this thing where he's just having 15-minute bangers. And what better to continue the feud with Don Callis family, which I think is sort of continuing since his Death Riders are basically first now. Then Brother King versus MGF. I want to see MGF wrestle more on TV because I think he's really good. So hopefully we can see more about and he's facing Bandido next week for a title. That's no spoilers, that's been announced on TV anyway. And we also got this Claudio will want to probably revenge for the loss against Roddy in the last C2. And then we've got this street fight continue. A lot of this is continuations and then the start of this will be main event and there'll be the start of um, tag team title #1 contenders tournament. That's a mouthful. So yeah, that'll be uploaded on hopefully 7th of June. No, where did you get June from? January. So thank you everyone for watching this setup, and I'll speak to you all next time.